So what do you think we ought to do? Do you reckon we ought to just like book
Quiet,
ourselves a room
quiet.
at the not
I think
inn
it's
of the
because
boarding
Worm's not
house,
here.
or just you think we should go straight in and start bopping people?
Go in. Go into to the tower, good sir. Go into the tower? You mean go into Xonthal's tower?
Why else would anyone come here?
Oh, well, we do create scrolls that we try to sell to the major cities. We are scribers, you see.
Well, you see a lot of hippogriff riders come into town.
Oh,
You
that
might
doesn't
expect
happen.
that we're going to the mage.
Yeah,
Or the
it
maze.
doesn't happen every day. Well, we are forbidden to go into the maze. We do not, and you know, as you kind of look over that way, Vey, you can see that there's like a fence that's built up, and it seems like it extends all the way around this hedge maze.
What is the fence made of?
It's wood.
Okay.
It's like a fence that would, you know, keep animals penned up or something. It's like
Okay.
that kind of a fence.
You mean you, the city's people, are not allowed to go into the maze?
Yes, yes, ma'am. We are not allowed to go in there. The maze is very difficult to navigate, and the legend is there's all kinds of creatures and magical minotaur that are all in this maze, and we're just forbidden to go there. The apprentices of old have told us the stories, and their tales have lived on throughout the you know, the generations, and we're forbidden to go into the maze, and we are forbidden to go to the tower.
May I ask you, if someone enters
Yes.
the maze, is there a danger to the town?
No, there have been people that have gone into the maze. There have been several groups on occasion, milady, where adventurers have come to the tower. They always go in, but they never come out.
So it seems that your cities, municipalities, and authorities are actually more interested in keeping you around for taxes.
Oh, we pay no taxes. Xonthal has not been in the tower since he released all of his apprentices. We have no taxes.
Well, then who is it that prevents you from going into the maze?
We are not allowed as the apprentices of old. It's just been ingrained into our culture that we're forbidden from that place.
What would be the punishment if you did?
There is no punishment. We just do not go.
Okay.
There is no
Seems like a silly.
There is no
rule.
punishment. No.
Seems rather self-imposed.
I think the only punishment what is going to be getting is death, and that's kind of a very
Right, if
bad
anyone goes
punishment.
into the maze, they don't come out. So, it doesn't make sense that you need to make a rule against going into it.
Well,
No,
Yeah.
it must be. Well, it must be really good in there if nobody else is coming out.
as I'm sure if you kind folks go into the hedge maze, I'm sure you'll never come out either.
Look. We as great and powerful warriors and magic-y people. I say, pointing at V. We can deal with anything what is hiding in the edge.
Well, our paths lead us to this maze, and we must enter.
Well,
We
be
have no other
careful,
choice.
because we don't know if Xonthal over time, if he became a Lich or what. We just do not know. But as of late, I will tell you this: that dragon has been flying around the tower for some time. I would say about the last year, and also several times in the last year, the windows have had lights on in them. And some even say that they've seen darkened figures standing in the windowsills, looking
Have
out.
any people what is wearing robes and looking a bit sort of like cultists been going into the maze in the last year or so.
I think about 7 months, 8 months ago, on our calendar, I believe that there were some individuals that said that they worshipped dragons. They were picking up parchments and some other, I believe books and inks and quills, and they almost cleaned us out, and they said that they were on their way to do a study on a very powerful relic of an item. He didn't go into much detail, but it did seem pretty interesting.
So you've been helping unwelcome elements stir up rebellion against your lawful king by aiding them.
We have not stirred anything up. We have no king. We are just a peaceful settlement of scribers. We just scribe, good orc. That's all we do.
I think there's something fishy going on. I've got my eye on you.
Yeah, there is something strange about this all.
Well, it's about time that we looked into it and got to the bottom of it then.
So, Miss Faye, have you got anything like what will make it easier for us to get our way through the maze and stuff?
Indeed, we have quick wit.
Yeah, I know you've got quick wit. You're very,
I have
very
heard
clever.
that if you try to move across the top of the hedge maze, that it is somehow impossible. Magical, maybe. We'll have to see.
Oh, I don't like magic.
It seems that we will have to circumnavigate the maze traditionally.
I was nearly circumnavigated as a child once. That was really horrible.
Oh,
Did you keep it?
No, I ran away before he could come anywhere near me.
Oh, okay.
yes, the hedge maze and the tower are just so enchanted with power. Stories are told that there are great magics and great dangers inside. That is why we don't go.
Yeah, well, don't worry, because there's great dangers outside, and that's us.
Well, then let's
Well
see
said.
so we can see.
All right. So he wishes you well and asks you if he can have all. He says, "Can I has your stuff before you quit and die?" Oh, sorry about that. All right, so you walk up to the gate, and there's no door. You just climb over the fence, and as you get to the entrance of this maze, you can just feel that. You can feel the hair on your arms just stand. You can feel the hair on the back of your neck just stand up. Wormfood can feel the hair on his back stand up.
Wow.
And
So can Trump.
yeah,
I
as you,
got the shells on my back here.
I would like to point out that us orcs is very, very smooth in the back region and in the chesticles.
the hedge doesn't look dangerous. I mean, you can definitely feel a magical presence, but it doesn't look dangerous. I mean, it actually appears to be quite pleasant, and you can see small berries within the wall, within the maze, and
What's so dangerous about this? It
Oh,
looks quite peaceful in here.
it's very peaceful. I don't think there's nothing dangerous what is lurking. I think it's just myths and legends. Now, Miss Vate, you said you had a wit to get through.
Indeed. We'll have to work our way through this as a puzzle.
it looks like the walls are about 8 foot tall. So they're not super massive, but they are 8 foot tall.
How
High
about,
enough so
how
you
about,
can see.
yeah, but that's dead simple, right? Because how about if Widder sits on my shoulders and resists the urge to stab me in the neck, because I know she will. But she sits on my shoulders. She should be able to see over the top of the edges and see where we needs to go.
We can try that.
Does it look like that there's... I'm just looking around, at the entranceway here, but look like there's any way to scale these walls at all? I mean, just I know that they said that we
You
can't.
don't see
but
any walls. You just see hedge. You just
That's
see
what I
nothing.
meant,
Yeah,
hedge.
you just see the hedge.
Okay.
You. I don't know. I've never really tried. I wouldn't try to climb
Yeah,
it.
you're not going to be able to climb a hedge and hedge.
You might be able to go through. I don't know. I mean, it's.
All right. Okay.
Of course, that being the other option, rather than fannying about round the bottom, we could just like cut our way through straight through the middle.
Alright, hold on just a second, Trump. Do you not think that every other traveler that comes to this maze would think that that is the way to do it?
Yes, so that means it's a brilliant idea, and we should do it too.
Do you see any of the hedges cut or broken?
No.
They appear to be beautifully taken care of. I mean, precise,
Yeah,
well,
sharp
my
corners, and no long branches sticking out. I mean, no stray branches. I mean, you can line up with the wall, and it's just perfectly even all the way down. It doesn't. There's no waves in the wall. I mean, it's perfect. It's beautiful.
We have to think a little more or above the obvious.
Thinking about the obvious, right? I'll do my thinking.
All right, Shrimp. Let's give this a shot then. So I'm gonna walk over. Of course, I'm wearing my tight cap, black suit,
Wow.
and I've got
Is it
my
shiny?
spike heels. Yes, it is. It's very shiny.
Is it okay? All right.
And
Step away from the group.
And of course, I've got my spike heels on, so I'm like, I walk up to Shrimp.
Exactly,
Okay,
Les.
give me a boost up here on it. And so I practically just scale up Shrimp to the point where I'm sitting on his shoulders, trying to see if I can see above this hedge maze to get an advantage
Sure.
on where we're going.
Yeah, as you climb up onto his, and you can see the tower as you're close to, you're at the base of this wall, which is 8 foot tall, and you can still see the tower over you, and the entrance is about 6 feet wide, and you can see a straight shot straight in. You can see that there's an intersection ahead. And then right as you go in, there's sort of like a way that you can go to the right, to the left, and then straight ahead. It looks like it goes on for quite a while. But there are other walls in the way. It's not like you see a straight shot all the way to the tower. But the tower
Right.
is in plain vision. Now when you climb up on Shrump's shoulders, all of a sudden you have some weird envision just envelop your mind, and as you climb up onto his shoulders, you look around and things just kind of get blurry for a second. Everything seems to be spinning, and then as you look, you don't see the tower, but you just see nothing but hedge maze for as long as the eye can see. I mean, as long as your eyes can see, all the way to the curvature of the lands, you see nothing but hedge maze all the way, in all directions.
Shit.
And as you look
Which way,
down,
which way?
yeah, and as you look down, you don't even see that you're sitting on Shrump's shoulders anymore. all you see is that you are waist or up to your chest in maze, and you're just kind of looking around, and you just see nothing. No clouds in the there is a sky, but there's no clouds in the sky. There's no mountain range that you know is right there. There's no tower. It's just maze all around you as far as the eye can see.
Jeez. Alright, so I kind of bonked him a couple of times in what I project to be where his head would be, like, put me down, put me down!
Hearing the urgency.
You don't hear
in her
anything.
voice.
You don't hear anything, Shrump.
Oh, right. In that case, then,
She's still on your shoulders, though.
What's up, you silly tart?
I'm like intending to kick my feet around, essentially. I probably
Sure.
catch him in the side of the head at one point or another with a knee or a spiked heel, and
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know, I mean, I'm definitely trying to work my way down off of his shoulders.
Okay. So we'll say that you actually eventually get down and Shrump. But unless Shrump, do you help pull her down or?
Oh, once I realise what she's trying to do, what is like get off my shoulders, then yeah, I'll just tip her off the back.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So she falls, poof, falls on her back, and and you have that same sensation as you leave the hedge maze. You have that spinning sensation. You lose your balance. You fall off his shoulders, and when you come to, your party's back in front of you. You can barely see the top of the tower over the maze, and something definitely doesn't look right.
Well, I gotta tell you guys, that's not gonna work. There is some sort of powerful illusionary magic or something. It's almost like went into a different reality.
That sounds
or
familiar.
something.
Are we done yet?
Well, we would not be good stewards, dear Vay, if we did not at least attempt the traditional way of doing things.
I know, I understand, but you have to remember this would not be such a special maze if it were so easy to circumvent.
Of course.
Oh, I think Widder's been drinking again.
Again, I never stopped. So,
A known drunkard and felon.
what does that make you?
Me, I am the law.
But no, you're usually more drunk and more crooked than most criminals that I know. But hey, we'll just go on down the line here. So, what do you have in mind, Vay?
We shall enter the maze and keep a careful map of where we've been and
Sounds
try
dull.
to work our way through the maze.
Oh wait, I've got a brilliant plan.
Oh shit!
Oh my.
No, you're gonna love this, right? And I've got a plan, right? I think that what we should do is go out in a maze and keep a really careful drawing of where
Oh
we've
my
been,
god!
and we can use the paper. What is having them people? What has got all the paper in the village, and use that to draw our plans on.
It's a good idea.
Oh,
huh?
there's a good idea.
Yeah.
See,
It'd
told
be a
you it was
very
a brilliant.
valuable map if it were to prove to be the only route in. However, again, I suspect that the
Hey,
hedge
Big
maze
Nasty.
changes from time to time also.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I
it's,
don't have any way
change
of
as
knowing
good
that
as the
for
rest.
sure. I just suspect.
Yeah, if it's magically protected, it
Yeah,
can
this is
change,
not
maybe.
a regular hedge maze. Yeah, it's definitely magic.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first seen it. I thought that is not a regular edge maze. That is special.
So didn't that gentleman that we were talking to say that the cultists that came through before,
Takes
I mean,
all the paper and nearly
all the
cleaned them
paper
out.
and everything, nearly cleaned them out. So I think that we should, before we go in here,
That was months and
perhaps,
months ago. Yeah.
perhaps we should try to pick up some parchments, and I mean, it may be something that we need down the road if you don't have any Vay. something to keep track of which directions we've gone, in case that is of value.
Sure, you find the scriber. He gives you a vial of black ink and a couple quills and several pieces of large parchment and a tube that he rolls the parchment up into and puts it in the scroll tube, and it's actually a pretty long. It's probably about 2 to 3 foot long. You could definitely stick it in your belt. You won't have any kind of problems with traveling or anything with it. So.
Alright, definitely. Okay, I think we're good to go then. Let's give it a shot.
Out of character, I do, or without breaking the fourth wall, I do know how to get through a maze fairly easily.
Yeah, this is definitely the biggest maze that you've ever seen, and it's round. It's not your standard type of square maze, or maybe a maze in a room in a square room. This thing is huge, and according to Mrs. Widow, it's even much bigger from above.
Yeah, well, that's all right, because Widow's drunk, so it doesn't matter. She was just seeing things.
All right, so you have your parchment, your ink, your quills, your wits.
Yep.
What say
We
you?
have our wits. We're doomed, I tell you, doomed.
Some of us have wits. Hopefully it'll be enough to get us through.
If I have any more brilliant ideas, I'll be the first to let you know.
Your head's going to explode off of your shoulders if you have any more.
Oh my god.
Bobby, what you done now?
God damn it, Bobby. So are you guys traveling into the maze?
Yep.
All right. You
Yeah,
start
we're
to travel
going
in the maze. You go in. You make a couple turns. Turn left. You turn right. You go down a couple corridors. And you don't hear anything. You hear birds chirping. You see a couple small rabbits running across the path once in a while. And in front of you, you have the tower in plain sight again. And as you're starting to walk closer to the tower, there is what appears to be an opening in the hedge maze in front of you. And it looks like, and as you start to walk a little bit closer, and what is the marching order of everyone, by the way? I would expect Trump would be in front.
I'll go first and protect the ladies.
Tiberius will be up front too, because he's a full metal pope now. All right, so we'll say
He
that
is.
Shrump and Wormfood's up there. I would expect Vey probably being in the back and Widow being between. All right, so you guys are in your marching order, and like I said, these aren't very wide corridors. This is about 5 foot. And
So, one after each other.
correct. And up above, Mr. Shrump, you see
Yeah.
that the tower is in plain view, and the dragon is gone. The blue dragon is no longer sitting on top of the tower. And yeah.
That's because it's scared, and he heard what we is coming for him, so he's flown away.
oh, I bet. Now,
Who
I-
says for
I-
sure that he's gone?
no,
But I heard a story, right, about because we got to be careful not to eat nothing or drink nothing or touch nothing. Because I remember hearing this story as a little lad from
As a little lad.
this street urchin, what I knowed, and he told me this story. Right, there was these little people, and they went into a big scary forest, and then they chased spiders and things, and then chased some elves, and they all got locked up. So what we got to do is not touch nothing, and not eat nothing, and not chasing after any illusions of elves, what we might see.
that was a great story. I love it.
We'll keep that in
Well,
mind.
It's true. No, it really, no. It really did happen. My friend told me all about it.
Alright.
All right. So as you're walking up to this, looks what appears to be almost like a garden shrub, and there's sort of like a cobblestone path now that is at the bottom of your feet. You kind of step on a couple because you're walking on like a very I don't want to say soft dirt where it's quicksand in your, but it's been a very soft walk, and now you're stepping on cobblestone. So there's a cobblestone path that is leading up to this opening, and you can see several boxes of flowers growing in this open area. And also,
I feel much better having cobblestones under my boots than I does feeling having loam because you can't trust grass.
You could see this sort of like a almost looks like an altar in the middle of this opening, and all of a sudden, everybody give me a perception check, please. Give me a perception check in the tower.
Oh, bally heck.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Everybody's getting scared now. I love it. Vay's always got a great perception score.
Did mine go through?
Voroth, thank you very much for the follow, Voroth. No, I didn't see it. I've only seen Vay's.
There you go. See,
There you
I
go,
got a natural 20.
Hey, there we go there, Shromp. Wow, Widow's got a great perception too. Wow, and Tiberius. All right. So, great rolls from everybody. But Tiberius, you start to see some movement because remember on that image that I showed you, there was a balcony on this tower. A balcony.
Yeah.
And just as you're all starting to file into this open area, you notice this first worm, and you're kind of like, hey, guys, there's somebody up on the... Oh, I don't know if you would say that or not, but sorry, I was kind of narrating it for you. But all of a sudden, you hear a familiar voice. And as you all look up on the tower, you kind of all are looking at each other, and Tiberius notices that this is Xonthal. Xonthal is up on the balcony, and this is what he looks like, and he's in the cultist regalia. He's very tall, very thin, like I was saying. He's got on a purple robe, and he says, "Heroes!" And he sounds totally different. He sounds very confident now. He says, "Heroes! The cultists have seen you! Come into the village! They've seen you! Enter the maze! I have the mask!" And he holds up the mask. And it is just like the diagrams of the mask that you had seen from the council. And he has this mask. He pulls this mask out, and it's a huge mask. And he lifts it way up above his head. And he says, "I've got the mask! The others are going to realize that it's missing. We've only got minutes. Look for me beneath the tower. It is the only place that I have left to hide. Look for me in front of the tower." And then he raises up his hand, and then he has something in it. And, all of a sudden it seems like your vision has just been enhanced somehow. And all of a sudden it looks like you have like telescopic vision, and you can see him as his hair's blowing in the wind like Fabio, and he's holding up this dragon mask, and in his other hand he lifts up he raises his other arm and he says, "Here!" And you kind of have to look, and it looks like he's holding